Hey guys, Chris here. Today we're going to do a suspension for this 340. Actually belongs to LJ with NoClutch, and we got Thic in the back over there, also going to be filming it. So let's get started. So here's a spindle spreader. What it is it's oval on kind of like an oval shape. If you guys can get that. When it goes into the spindle like this and you turn it, it spreads the spindle just enough to get the actual shock out. Alright guys, our next step is removing these 5 bolts here to release the actual shock from the top. And I'm going to remove all of them but keep one, so that way it helps me when I remove the knuckle off, and you'll see that here in just a little bit. So we're going to remove these first, and then we're going to leave one tied in. Alright guys, so for our end links, which is right here, what we need is an open face socket like this one here. And the best fit is actually 5/8. So here's our open face socket. It has a hole right through it. And on the inside of it, we're going to use a T30. So that's just a star T30 there. So the way you want to set this up is you're going to put your open face socket first. Make sure you have the right orientation. So we're going to put open face socket first over. You can see there's our open face socket. And then you're going to stick this right through the open face and lock into that T30. If you weren't using this T30 in the middle, this bolt would keep spinning and go nowhere. So I have to have this holding the counter pressure there. Alright guys, so we're going to put the spring down on here, and we're going to use this stop. We're going to rotate the spring until it hits that stop. So you're in. Next, what you're going to want to do is put your boot over top and make sure that your boot also has the stop mark right here, so there's be a stop end. Then you want your bump stop in. You can actually put it on top of here, but it will fall off anyway. Put your bump in, drop it down, and then we want to get a couple of turns on this before we start tightening back down. So now get this key back out, the open face, turn it, again 18mm. Grab your 6mm Allen, turn it, and then start tightening this back down. Go all the way to where it's tight, and then do another quarter turn, and that's perfect. That's it. Same way we took it out, we're going to slip it in. This wire is going to run to the front. First we'll go up and here at the same time. All right, and we're in position, so I'm going to remove my knuckle spreader, and that kind of locks it right in, so you see how much pressure this actually holds off now that it's locked in. And we're going to put our spindle, which is this bolt, back in. The 18 is going to go on this side, and your 16 is going to go on this side. We can hook up all these harnesses back up, so we're going to hook this guy back to this little slot. We can get our harnesses back onto here, which this one goes right up under here. All right, this is the adaptive suspension, so that's gonna wrap around. It's gonna go in here and then wrap around to this side, plug in right there. So we got everything tied up. The only thing we need to do right now is put our sway bar end back in, so this guy here, which is, orientation is pretty easy. I mean, you can really reverse it if you wanted to, but you're just gonna go like this. So this side's gonna go in, and then this side's gonna go in here. So let's see which one's gonna, LJ's gonna push on this sway bar, and we're gonna link it up to the back here, and then we'll be good to go. So if you wanna push, you gotta go down a little bit. All right, so in the back, we have to remove this plastic shield. Got a 10 millimeter. We're gonna have 4 bolts under it. What we had to do here, guys, is we had to put this jack under here to lift the suspension a little bit to ease the pressure on this knuckle bolt, the spindle bolt. And then that was able to come out from there once you relieve the pressure. Same thing putting it in. You'll see we have to put some pressure on there. Then we can release it. When we release it down, it'll release the whole suspension, everything down, and then we can get that spring out.
Oh shit. Oh man, my whole chest hurts.
There she is. Next, guys, we're gonna take off this top boot and put her on the new suspension. I mean, on the new spring. So we got an end stop right here where the spring will stop. So you gotta kind of go into there, turn it until it stops. Give it a couple whaps there. And then same thing with the bottom. Remove it, and then you gotta stop on this side too. So put it on the stop, put her on there, and you got this little nipple here that's gonna hit a little hole inside of that, the cup where it's gonna go into. So try to
put the nipple in the hole, guys.
Put a nipple in the hole. That's the best way to keep them happy.